For this week's project, you will be creating op art. Traditionally, we think of op art as being something that is black and white, so the contrast helps create that illusion. However, this week, with our focus on blending and creating value with color pencil, we're going to create op art that looks more similar to the Bridget Riley or the Victor Vasarely creations. So you can see in Bridget Riley's work, you have light values ranging to very dark and solid shades. With Victor Vasarely, you have the circles. The circles start to look 3D and look like a sphere by taking the yellow-green and changing it until it becomes green as it makes that cross contour across the circle to make the sphere. So as you look for projects for this week, yes, this meets our op art concept, but this has no value. The yellow and blue are all the same value from the inner part of the square to the outside, the red and the green. There is no color range from light to dark anywhere in this work. So this is not what we're looking for. If we go back to my original, this is my black and white. This is where I've converted it into a color pencil version. So using my color schemes, I'm using yellow and purple. Those are complements, colors that sit opposite each other on the color wheel. I could also use red and green. I could also use orange and blue. To add even more complexity to the design, I've gone from light value of yellow to a dark value. With the bars running vertical, I went from the dark on the right to the light purple on the left, and I flipped that with the light yellow to the dark yellow. So black and white concept of original op art, this is what we want to look for this week. Taking a basic op art design, and by adding color pencil, we make it more interesting. You could also use your blending, the aqua into a blue, the orange into a yellow. These same effects could be used to create an interesting op art color pattern as well. Now that we're ready to begin, I'm going to take my ruler and draw out my box. On our 9x12 drawing paper, with my exterior box created, I'm now going to measure over, make my marks. This will allow me to go ahead and put in the triangular shape in the middle. I want to draw my lines relatively light so that the color pencil will be able to cover them. And then from here, once I have my main shapes, I'm going to start measuring off my lines to add that additional op art effect. Now that I have my op art design on the paper and pencil, I'm going to lightly erase those lines with my eraser so that my color pencil can go over top. With my op art design lightly outlined with my darker color, I'm now going to start with that lighter color and place it in the boxes really light. Coloring in a circular motion. I just want to alternate and establish which lines will be purple versus which lines will be yellow. And if I do this in a small part of the line, then I'm less likely to make a mistake and color the wrong color in the wrong line or box. So you're just alternating. And staying really light, because right now I'm not committed to how I want to run my value scales. I may go dark on both ends and light in the middle. I may go dark on one end and light at the other. So you just don't want to color dark until you know what your plan is for your color effect. So with your one color, go ahead and fill in all sections with a light value. Here's my completed colored pencil op art using complement colors purple and yellow. You can see that I deviated from my original plan. I tried to create more of a football oval shaped light in the middle, darker to the outside, and then I ran the dark pattern behind, dark to light toward the middle, and on the left side I went dark to light on the outsides, switching that up from my original practice sketch. Notice that with purple and yellow, I'm pretty limited in color. Purple can create you close to those 7 values of dark to light. It's very hard to get 7 values of yellow going from light to dark. So this is where you may consider blending other color options into your work instead of limiting yourself to just 2. You might consider the orange into yellow, and then potentially a color that would go with purple, or you could do like the aqua into the blue. Either way, practice with your colors in your practice sketches and then apply them to your final and op art design using colored pencil and showing value.